Quick disclaimer before I start the video, trespassing in Stepford County Railway is illegal. It counts as trespassing if you parkour on railway property, although I generally don't recommend going anywhere unusual on the map. You may have caught me trespassing on many of my videos and streams however. This is because it is indeed allowed if you purchase a private server. The way to prove that you're using a private server is with the orange button in the corner. If you are found to be trespassing in a public server, you will be demoted, so please avoid doing this. I do not want to encourage any rule breaking with this video. Anyway, let's get into the do's and don'ts of trespassing in SCR. Number 1. Platform jumping. This is an easy one to fail miserably very quickly, but with some practice, platform jumping isn't too hard. For it to work, the platforms must have no more than 2 tracks between them, which is just the right distance for you to be able to jump. Start a distance away and do a run up, then when your feet just hit the edge of the platform, that's when you jump. This is all in run mode by the way, so it involves holding shift the whole time. A good place to practice is Stepford Central, where you can get into quite a nice flow of continuously jumping over platforms to get some practice. Number 2. Traversing around tracks. Quite a lot of areas in SCR are hard to explore, simply because of the tight track layout. As you all know, you die the moment you touch a track part, meaning you have to be incredibly precise when moving around tracks. The first thing to do is plan your route beforehand, and trial and error is okay here. You don't want to get lost and end up stuck somewhere you took ages to get to. Practice doing jumps of certain lengths with restrictions on how far you can land. Perhaps you can do a jump in walk mode instead of run, or perhaps you have to quickly press S in order to cut a jump short and land in the correct spot. It's a hard thing to do, especially here around Benton, but it is worth having some practice on. Also, avoid jumping over 2 tracks where possible, but where it's necessary, be sure to only jump as soon as you get to the very edge, and hold down jump even afterwards, just in case. Number 3. Train surfing. People on my live streams are notorious for riding my trains on the top when they can't get through the doors, which is a dangerous thing to do, but here are some tips for you to make it work. First of all, try to stick to the front of the train. What the physics of the train roofs do in Roblox is try to push you backwards, so you have to try and maintain a constant forwards movement whilst in the middle of the roof, whilst also staying close to the front. Also, never jump whilst train surfing. It offsets you massively because there is no momentum in Roblox, and you'll end up falling off. You can, however, jump if you're getting too close to the front or if Roblox is pushing you there, but don't try and do it too often. Anyway, probably the biggest challenge is going around curves. My suggestion is to keep your finger holding right click at all times, so you can easily turn your camera and press A and D when necessary to try and stay in the centre of the roof. Number 4. Walking on ledges. In Stepford County Railway, there are ledges pretty much anywhere on the map, especially with some of the older overhead wire poles, but I'll be using the floating river past Famir to demonstrate. The first thing to avoid is using first person mode the whole time. Only use it when you're about to walk in order to align yourself perfectly, then go out of first person so that you're easily able to tell when your feet are about to fall off. If you ever need to adjust your angle, like here where the river turns, stop moving and go back into first person and realign yourself. From then you can continue running. Some overhead wires are walkable in SCR as well, and these are even harder ledges to walk on. Use the tricks I told you, but also move very slowly but constantly when walking on these, although my success rate on this is still very low. Number 5. Track walking. As you may have seen from this video I published over 2 years ago, back in the day you used to be able to track walk quite easily in SCR, as all you had to do was keep running and avoid touching the brown rails on either side of you. You also had to have a tall avatar, which is why my Roblox avatar is so tall, and yes, I got used to it years ago. Sadly, however, this was patched in version 1.6. Track walking is now only possible for a few seconds, and you can still stand on AWS ramps and things of that sort. Unless you're a manager, developer or director, because they can walk on any tracks without being killed, or if you're inside Stepford Depot, which has no kill blocks, you won't be able to properly track walk. However, there is still hope for us trespassers out there. Just this week, on my Friday stream, I saw someone with a large inflated monkey avatar successfully track walking. I assume this has something to do with proportions, or perhaps a bug with the outfit, but I'm yet to investigate this. So, ultimately, those are all my general tips for trespassing. If you found this video useful, then please consider leaving a like, and subscribing would also be appreciated if you really enjoyed it. Anyway, I'm Dweller, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.